Good morning. This is our final day of our sunset pier painting. Let me just go over a couple things I didn't show you in yesterday's video. These are just some little things we did. So what we did was in our last video, I showed you how to put together this part of the pier, okay, using masking tape. Then what we did was we used masking tape and went a diagonal here, and we used a pencil and drew lines for our support beams for our pier. Okay, so then you paint over those pencil lines, and then with a very thin brush, actually we used tape, and then we painted on the seam. We made a thin line and then some lines for a handrail. Okay, today is all our finishing touches. We're mostly going to be spending our time right underneath our pier, okay? We're gonna put in some shadowy colors, and also if you feel not so happy about this, I'm okay with it, but I think I can do a little better, so that's what we're gonna work with. Also, yeah, I think that'll do it. I think that'll do it, okay? So I'm gonna get started. Get a small and medium brush, get your water. Let me grab some paper towel. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I know it looks like they realized, this class is using a lot of paper towels. Let me just give them a half dozen. So that's nice. Okay, so got my paper towel. Let's get started. My, I'm going to use kind of a mix here. I want to add more horizontal lines there because I'm not 100% digging that yet. I just don't like it yet. So I went at it with the light colors here to make that sunny reflection. Now I'm going to use my baby blue, my dark blue, maybe a little white mixed in, just to add a couple more lines there and make myself happy with it. Okay. So again, this is all like finishing touch stuff. The only thing we're truly adding to this is going to be the shadowy areas of the beams, and then we're going to call it. Okay. So right here, I want to add some more. I'm adding some baby blue to kind of mellow out some of this area. I just like it better. I just think it'll look better. You can cover it up if you feel like you did a little too much, maybe. You could, if you really didn't like the way you did, you can redo it. You just want thin horizontal lines with kind of a waviness to them. Okay. You can work more in a wet blend if you wish. So I'm going to cover up a bit and then I'm going to give it another go because I think it'll look better. There we go. So again, not reinventing the wheel here. I'm just going over something to show you that, you don't have to get it all done in one shot. You can do a piece, let it dry, work it over, okay? And it's done when you feel better about it. Or you say to yourself, this is as good as it gets, okay? All right. You can use a little water if your paint's coming out a little dry. You can just do a little tap of water. It makes it a little more like ink-like, flows a little better. So I'm gonna go over a lot of it because I'm gonna add some darker colors now. Okay, I'm gonna go with my medium brush again. You can use your small brush too if you want. And we're gonna let's start with dark blue and then go into purple. And then if you feel like it's still not dark enough, you can go with a little black too. So I'm going to use my dark blue, and right underneath these beams, I'm just going to do a little something like this. Okay, so I'm doing like a very tight zigzag there to show that there's a shadow. Okay, because the light is coming from behind the pier, so light is being blocked by the beams. Okay, kind of like this. And they can get smaller as you go closer to the center of the painting because the pier is farther away. And you can cover up some of that stuff you just painted a little bit. Okay. I'm still going to add a little purple to that just to give it some pizzazz, just to give it a little extra flavor. Okay, not flavor, flava. Okay, there we go. So I'm just doing a little tight zigzag underneath them with a darker color. Okay, just like that. Okay, 2 more to go. All right, so that's good. Let's throw some purple on it. All right. And again, most of this should be dry by now. So if there's something you feel like you must work on, this is the perfect time to do it. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of black in my purple since that's almost done to really make that show up. Okay, just a little bit underneath those beams, just a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm really running low on purple. I should have reloaded, but that's okay. Okay, so big zigzag there. Maybe do a little bit more on my reflection. Okay, when you feel happy with it. Okay, and if if you don't, learn from those mistakes. I think I can throw a little bit more. Yeah, let's go more with that baby blue, and then maybe I'll add some more white and light yellow streaks, and then we'll check it over. Maybe that'll do it. Okay. Yeah, let me get some white in there. Okay. Make a mix. And you can mix whatever colors you want. I'm making a super light blue. Mix up a lot of white and a little bit of that baby blue. And you can, make your own mix. We did that light yellow mix with a yellow and white. We did pink the other day. So I'm just going to add a couple little pieces of this in there. I think that'll look nice. Let me add a little water to get it more ink-like. And that's all just kind of a pressure game here. How hard do you want to press? All right. Because I want to do a good job, I'm just going to do one more pass with the darker blue in that wave section. And then I think I'm going to call it. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. Okay. Woo! What day was that? Because that's not me today. It actually makes a good contrast throwing in some of those darker ones there. Okay. And the last step in the class, well, it's not new to you. It's not something that's new to you. It may not be your favorite thing, but it's not new to you. All right, I think this looks pretty nice. I think I made that look pretty solid. Let's do a signature. Okay. And funny thing is, I might actually be teaching this to some people. Signature. All right, so the rule's usually like this. You want to sign on the bottom right. Think of it like you're reading a page in a book. The last thing you want to see is at the bottom right, and that's the last thing we want to see. Who painted it? I have these little shake markers, these paint markers with silver and gold in them, and I'm guessing not a lot of you know cursive, so let's go first letter of your name, scribble. Last letter of your name, scribble, if you've never done this before, okay? And let me just get this activated. There we go. Okay, and let's sign it. Bottom right. You can even put the year on it if you like. All right. Thanks for watching.